Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Randy.
Yo, what's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, man, come on. What are we talking about tonight?
First things first, Randy, we're going to talk about Blerdcon.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about Blerdcon. We fresh back from Blerdcon from Sunday, man.
So we couldn't come on Monday. We're recuperating from Blerdcon. It, It was my first Blerdcon, actually full festival. I went one day during the wedding season because a friend was getting married in DC, and I got to sneak off one day to go to Blerdcon for a couple of hours. But this was amazing.
And it was my first con ever, So I popped my cherry with cons at Blerdcon.
How'd that make you feel? What was it like? Was it everything you expected? Tell us
It
about
was way more than I expected, right? I had to say the Blurs in DC, huh?
what did you expect, first of all?
I didn't know really what to expect. I expected like a lot of cool panels. I expected good artwork. I expected some cool people, but it was just the energy in Blerdcon was amazing. And it was just such a positive environment. And the people there, what impressed me, two things impressed me was the way everybody just went all in. Like everybody really geeked out, and I really felt at home. And the second thing that really impressed me was some of them damn cosplay costumes. Lord have mercy.
As y'all can tell, Randy had his Versace shirt on during Blerdcon. You guys, they had a lot of good panels. There's some very educational panels.
Mhm.
Uh, food and horror films and how food is portrayed in horror films, to African folklore, to African Afrofuturism, which was an amazing panel, which was in the ballroom. It was so big. They had the curator from the African American Smithsonian there,
Yeah,
and they
that was cool.
the car and Dr. Sinyata, and
Mhm.
they're lead specialists in Afrofuturism.
Yeah, that was cool. Talking about Afrofuturism, the past, the present, and the future. I think that was the way they really kind of talked about it. And talking about, black folklore, black traditions, black history. It was really good.
They even had a panel about MJ, Michael Jackson. He does the Michael Jackson panel.
I missed that one. They had one about black excuse me,
You okay?
black
You okay?
martial arts. Black,
Yep.
that was really cool. We got to see a Capoello exhibition. They did, huh?
Capoeira.
That's what a Capoello. That's what I said.
Capoeira, not
I
wet.
said what I said. All right.
You and names. You and names be killing me.
That's a distraction. We're talking about Capoeira. And
Capoeira.
that's what I said.
Not Wello. It's not well. It's Capoeira.
That's what I said. Capoello. So
No.
So we're moving on with the story. So it was an exhibition. We had some martial artists in the actual audience that did a exhibition. It was cool.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. What else do we have that I think stood out? They had vendors. We had comic books. There's an artist there named Ryan. I thought she did watercolor comic book art, and it was remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
Her work
Yeah.
remarkable. I may have to order a piece from her. It was beautiful, beautiful. Cosplay was on like 900. If there out of 100% of people there, probably 80 of them cosplay. 80% cosplay. It was
And
majority.
it was really creative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of creative costumes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of One Piece costumes, which is shocking. A lot of people came out as Monkey D. Luffy, and it was really interesting to see as many people cosplay.
And Cree Summers was there. She did an interview. She was super cool. Just a great spirit and great energy.
Also,
Smart.
Rachel True was there.
True. Yeah.
And the kid from The Last of Us was there. Kevin, I forgot his last name, the little boy that's deaf. And he's deaf in real life.
Yeah, yep. And he was there signing autographs and things. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of great artists out there. The cosplay contest was really cool.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was called Fade to Black, FAED, which Faye is short for fairy. So there's a lot of fairies. And they had a fairy parade during the cosplay contest.
Yeah.
They had a children's cosplay contest, which was the first.
The children's contest I thought was better than a lot of the adults, just because the children had the energy. Some
Yeah.
of the adults were opposing it too long. It was like you come out, show your contest, and move on. Some of them took a little long.
Well, the idea is you're supposed to pretend to be that character when you come out.
And they took too long to get into doing that. The kids understood the mission. They
Yes.
came out there, did a few poses as the character, and then just exited the stage. They sauntered off the stage. One of my favorite was the Miles Morales cosplay. Kid came not as Spider-Man, he came as Miles Morales. So he was dressed up in the uniform, and he had the Spider-Man costume hanging out his back. It was really cool.
Yeah. That was the coolest of all because it was the exact image of the Miles Morales high school uniform. And when you looked at the back, his backpack, his actual suit was falling out of it. I was like, that's perfect.
That's perfect. So, and he came as Miles, not as Spider-Man. So,
Yeah. And he told you, he said, yeah, my mom helped me thrift all this stuff from the thrift store, and then she put it together for me. It was such a good costume. But my favorite cosplay costume was the girls that came out in the mystery machine and they popped out of it. So there's little babies, y'all. They're like probably like 3 and 5, maybe 5. And the mystery machine rolls out on the stage, which is like their actual stroller. And then they pop out of it as Velma and Daphne. And I thought that was the cutest thing ever.
And then we had some mature costumes at Comic-Con.
Yeah, Randy's not used to seeing that. You also, he was like, "What's going on?" Like Chun-Li in a bikini,
String thong bikini.
mm-hmm. Foxy from the Awesomes.
Foxy from yes, sir.
There were a lot of them that came out, and I was like, Randy, that's just cosplay. That you expect to see that. If there's women that work out a whole entire year just to fit into their cosplay. There's men that work out whole entire year.
You could tell that too. The guys got into it too. Yeah, absolutely.
Out and was walking around.
You could tell dudes were in the gym as much as the women were.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. Like I know cosplayers are like, I'm in the gym to be this character, and I'm going to try my best to be this character. There's the sexiest costume I saw was what's his name from One Punch Man? Who's the main character from One Punch Man? Oh man, I forgot his name. I just forgot his name. Somebody's gonna put it in the chat. Saitama. There's a girl that came out as Saitama. She was bald headed, and she was in a bikini Saitama, and she was stunning.
Yeah, man. So it was dope. Another panel that I really liked, they did one on African folklore. That was really cool, and how we talked about, and we all know it here, but mermaids originated from Africa.
Yeah.
And they literally have stories about Black mermaid, African mermaids.
And they have Black mermaid stories in like Finland.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so crazy about it. They have Black mermaid stories in the Polynesian islands. So it's really interesting that people freaked out about Ariel being Black.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. We was like, Ariel, and we all knew that, but it was like Ariel was cool, but we should have got an original mermaid, Black mermaid.
We should have.
And and Chuck, Chuck was out here doing this thing. He hustled his way up on the panel. He hustled his way up on black game designers, black video game designers.
How to get in the video game industry.
Yeah, how to get into the video game industry. And his his talk was really good. He had some people, they were starting a video game company. So one of the panelists, she had been a project manager and she wanted to get out of corporate America. She had a passion for video games. So she and her husband started their own video game company.
Mhm. They both worked on DoD projects. The owner sold the company, and so they said, okay, since you sold the company, we're not going to continue to work for it. We're just going to go move on ourselves. And they took the whole team with them, all but two people.
Yeah.
And they started a video game studio.
Yeah. So that was cool. So man, Blerdcon was it was a great event, and I definitely want to go back next year. And Geekish Network, we'll probably have us a table there next year. So we'll be there representing. And if you've never been there, I would strongly encourage you to go.
Absolutely. I think everybody should go to Blerdcon. Blerdcon is a great, great event. It
Mhm.
was so much energy in there. People were just happy. It was
Yeah,
like seeing the black nerds get around each other, like, oh my God, there's more like us.
right,
There's
right.
more.
You had that feeling of like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah. And the hotel loved it too. They were like, this is like one of our best events. We have no
Right.
incidents.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it's like in our top two events. And literally, Blerdcon took over the hotel, like all throughout the lobbies, the bars, the restaurants,
Yeah.
outside in front, the parking lot. And at least I didn't see anything like there was no incidents or anything
Yeah.
like that.
I talked to the manager. He's like, there's never any incidents here. Nobody getting too drunk or any incidents of violence or anything. Nothing like that. It's just like, he's like, he says, we've had conferences. He said, we've had conferences for like toilet paper and fights break out because people get drunk at the
Mhm.
bar. And so for them, they didn't have that at all. So
Yeah, not at
that's
all.
really solid.
Yeah.
Uh, if y'all want to know more about Blerdcon, you can hit up me or Randy on their socials, and we can talk to you in nauseum about it.
Yeah.
Uh, um, One thing that the Funk put in the chat, he said Kizazi Moto is out on Disney Plus, and they got no PR push.
Hmm.
The African folklore, and that's kind of depressing.
Because
Is
I didn't even know it was out.
yeah, I knew it was out. I knew it was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was gonna link that to you guys in our group chat. There is a tweet out there that basically were comparing like Disney Plus accounts on socials, and there was like I think Disney Plus Africa posted about it, but like the regular Disney Plus account here in America didn't post about it. So it was like not even the not even the official account is posting about it.
Yeah, and that's sad.
That's sad. That's really sad.
Sad.
And the full season's up too.
Yeah, yeah, the full season's.
Damn.
Yeah, I knew it came
Oh.
out. It came out. I think it came out last week when before the night before Blerdcon, and they didn't post about it or anything. And it's like, okay, we're gonna drop this out and not even gonna discuss it. So that's hard. But we're gonna go into something else real quick, Randy. The Emmys got announced, and they may be our last Emmys for a while. We'll find out at midnight. And, in succession, The Last of Us and White Lotus are the 2023 Emmy nominees to beat this year.
Succession,
The Last of Us.
Last of Us, and
Succession is up for 27 awards.
Succession. I know you all don't like it because it's kind of slow.
I haven't seen it.
I love Succession though. Yeah,
I haven't seen it at all.
I
The
mean,
Last of Us is up for 24 awards, and White Lotus is up for 23 nominations.
I watched all three of them, and I thought all of them were good for their respective points.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a vote, though, I'm going with Succession just because the Roy family is really screwed up. Like, it's not a show where you can watch where you're going to see like people get their comeuppance or anything like that. It's a bunch of rich billionaires or one rich billionaire and their kids and how screwed up they are as they preside over a company. I call it corporate Game of Thrones. Without it's not murder and shit like that, but like it's power plays and things like that.
I think people probably like it because it for some reason America has gone on this trend of reporting bad people in a bad light, rich people in a bad light. right?
And these are the worst. These are the worst. Like,
Yeah, and but we have a whole lot of shows. Like all the housewife shows are rich people in a bad light.
well, they're not really rich. They just pretend to be and they act crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they pretend to be rich, the way the show paints them
Yeah.
is to be rich. Like
And a lot of them get rich
Real
after,
Housewives of Orange County, right?
and a lot of them get rich after the show. Like that's the
After, yes. They're like upper middle class women who get into a screen, and the producer says, "This is the situation. Go." And they do
that's I mean, but that's the premise of all reality TV.
that.
So we won't even talk about them. We won't even talk. But like I said, I would give it to Succession, although I did like The Last of Us and I did like White Lotus as well.
Okay.
Thought all of them were really
The
good.
swarm is up. Danielle Fishback. Danielle
And
Fishback
she
is up.
should have been.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
killed it.
She killed it. She definitely killed it.
Yeah. And I don't know who is she against?
I don't know. Let me see who the nominees are.
I was just curious because
Mhm.
her as a serial killer, and that's something when we reviewed it on Bingeworthy, we talked about you don't see a lot of black serial killer women. And she was able to transition into that role. Great. If you all haven't seen it already, check out the Bingeworthy episode of Swarm. But yeah, man.
I'm trying to see who they have. I'm trying to find it.
Sure.
If
you can't find it, that's fine. But yeah,
they didn't list it. They didn't list it in the article.
But she should definitely be nominated.
She wasn't lead actress apparently, and it should have been.
Are they saying she was a supporting actress on that show?
I don't know. No, they have lead actress comedy series listed.
Okay,
They
I was
have
about to say,
lead actor in comedy series.
so she would have to be the
drama series. She should be in that because it is technically a drama series.
Yeah.
They have Beef in limited series. Beef is in limited series. It should have been listed in the limited series. It should have made limited series.
Is Beef a limited series, so are we going to get one season?
One season, that's it. The show's over with, Randy. They died.
That's not confirmed that they died.
Yeah, but the people are assuming that.
Yeah.
The show's over with. All right. Dahmer is listed. Daisy Jones in the 6th.
No desire to see Dahmer at all.
Fleshman is in trouble. Then they have Obi-Wan Kenobi listed. They could have cut Obi-Wan Kenobi and put Swarm in there. All I can say.
Facts. Obi-Wan wasn't even good.
Disney works magic. Drama series is Andor, Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of Dragons, The Last of Us, Succession, The White Lotus, and Yellow Jackets.
I saw most of those, but I didn't watch Yellow Jackets.
Win, I think
most of those, but
yeah, Yellow Jacket's gonna win that one.
Better Call Saul was good too.
Yeah, and this is the last season, right?
It was the last season, yeah.
Last season.
It was a 2-parter. The first part they had released like the year before last, and then they finally released the last season.
Yeah, so this year's Emmy nominations don't really have me excited at all. Maybe that's just me. So Dominique Fishback saw her luck. Fishback was nominated for Best Actress in a Limited Series or Movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what Dominique was nominated for.
I am happy for her.
Yep. Hopefully she'll win it.
Me too. I hope she wins. She's a good actress.
Yeah, she nailed it.
She killed it in this role.
Yeah, she killed it. But there's a lot of good shows out here, but I don't think any of these Emmy nominations really got me overexcited. I'm surprised. I wonder how many nominations Severance has.
See, I haven't seen Severance.
So Severance is up for 5 Emmys. Outstanding drama, lead actor, supporting actor, drama series, supporting actress, drama series.
See, man, I want to see some shit like Harley Quinn being nominated for like
Harley
best.
Quinn should be nominated. I
You
want to
know,
see.
Was Ted Lasso nominated?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh, I want to see what you would call it nominated for best series. The animated with the dragons. My mind is bad. This on Amazon. They started off with the Kickstarter campaign.
The Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah, the Legend of Vox Machina should be like nominated for like best series.
It should. It should. I'm going right now. I'm going to the con.
Rakai says Obi-Wan listed for what? Trash day. Yeah.
Yeah. So Harley Quinn, James Alderman as Bane, Harley Quinn's a very problematic Valentine's Day special, outstanding voiceover performance.
Yeah, I get that, but I think this shit should be nominated for like best series.
Oh, you nominated for best.
Not best animated series, but best series.
Yep, it should.
The Legend of Vox Machina.
They probably separated up on purpose to keep animation out of that series, because they probably scared that whatchamacallit would have took it all.
What's that?
Rick and Morty would have took it all a couple of years.
But the Legend of Vox Machina is one of my top 5 shows for the year.
Mm-hmm. Harley Quinn did get nominated for a Hollywood Critics Association Award, so they nominated for that.
I'm talking about the Emmys. All right, so
yeah, it may be up for an Emmy. I just can't find it right now. It's hard to find a spot.
I think we've come a long way from back in the days from what animation was, right, to what animation is now for series, for television.
Yes. And that came along because of Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Hanna-Barbera's standalone TV channel.
And there've always been things. The Simpsons has always been
Nickelodeon, Simpsons.
But now I think we're at a level where like the animation is great. Like it's great storytelling, and it's as good as any its own regular television or just non-animated live action.
It has to do with anime coming into America, and them realizing that there's stories to be told. So, shouts out to Nickelodeon, shouts out to Disney.
So I want it to where it's like they're not just nominating best animated or things like that. I want like
we'll see them going to the main category.
Main categories.
Yeah, because there's been Pixar movies, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, that could have been Best Picture of the Year.
Easily. I think Up could have been Best Picture of the Year. Up is still one of my favorite Pixar.
Up's first 15 minutes is like the best intro ever.
Man.
Makes everybody
about something to make you cry. You like, God, this my shit, man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we're gonna go to the outro, Randy, because it's Wednesday and it's binge worthy.
All right.
We have crosstalk.
Okay.
So, Randy, what are we doing
tonight? What are we talking about? We are watching. What are we watching tonight? My mind is bad.
Your mind's that bad? Really?
Yeah, it is.
I Am a Virgo.
Yeah, that's what we're watching. We're watching I Am a Virgo. We're watching Amazon Prime's I Am Virgo, a Virgo.
Because you never said the name correctly all weekend long.
I called it Clifford. I don't know if anybody out in the chat know who Clifford is.
I said, say I am a Virgo because you're not going to say it right when the show comes. And y'all just seen how I was correct in that. Y'all just saw how I was
correct. Yeah, the big red dog. That's what I'm talking about, Peter.
He kept calling it Clifford. And I said, Randy, say I am a Virgo. He's like, nah, big red dog. He kept saying Clifford. I said, when the show comes, you're not gonna say it right.
Oh man.
Look, Rakai's on. What's up, Rakai? How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's up?
See how Randy and names? I'm trying to help his name problem because we all know he has a name problem.
I don't have a name problem.
You always get names wrong for some reason.
But if I said they just put out a Clifford movie like a couple of years ago, I think it may be fresh in youngsters' mind. Do they still put out those books? They used to. That's me and Chuck was talking about Blerdcon. I used to read them all the time. He was like, I ain't never read no damn Clifford. It's like,
I
what
never
kind of
read
school did
Clifford.
you
I
go
never
to?
read Clifford. I don't even know who Clifford was until they put out that movie a couple of years ago.
Yeah, man. That's when I first started reading it was
I
Clifford.
didn't read no Clifford. Big red dog. I didn't read about no big red dog. I had a little chihuahua that was badass. She was mean as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're doing I'm a Virgo, you know. And what made me think about this show was I was watching another show, another podcast, Double Toasted, and they said it's a superhero show. And that perked my interest.
I got a question about that when we
Uh-huh.
talk about it. Go ahead.
Oh, you got a question? But
When we talk about it.
that's what perked my interest. And I was like, we got to put it on a list now.
That was actually one of my
And
first.
it was like, this is the type of superhero show that actually helps you get over superhero fatigue. Y'all feel like, man, I don't know if you're going to ask this. I'm not running it right now for you, Randy.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Was this an appropriate superhero show to help you get over superhero fatigue?
No. I don't have superhero fatigue though.
That was gonna be my answer too. I don't have superhero fatigue. You give me superheroes all day, every day, and I'm good.
As long as you make good superhero
It's
movies.
not DC movie.
Tell me good stories. I'm good.
I don't have superhero fatigue. I get tired of bad movies from DC. That's the problem. That for me.
It's almost a given.
Yeah.
And it gets worse when now Marvel's throwing some bad ones at us too. Like that ain't what y'all do. Who y'all think y'all are? DC? Stop it.
Wow.
I still love. I think Miles is one of the best movies of. I think Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best movies made all year. And I'm not talking about superhero movies. I'm talking about best movies.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I think so. I think Miles should be up for Best Picture this year.
Absolutely.
Oscars.
Absolutely.
That's a movie that should not be in Best Animation. It should be in Best Pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I dug Thor. I thought Thor was campy, and I still liked it. And I liked Guardians. I thought Guardians was.
I like Thor and Guardians too.
Yeah. I thought Guardians was fantastic. I thought Thor was trash.
I love Thor. It was campy. It was what I expected. It was Taika Waititi saying, "Fuck it, let's go all camp. Let's go full camp."
And that was my problem with it. It became a Michael Bay movie. It was like, oh.
I think it came like a Flash Gordon type movie, a movie from the 80s done with modern day special effects.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. That was the one Marvel movie that I did not take my kids to see, and I regretted it because that was the movie for them and not for me. Love and Thunder was for kids. That was not for me. That was.
So back to the original question, I don't have superhero fatigue. I can still watch superheroes.
I can still watch it, but I am fatigued. I am fatigued.
As long as we get good ones.
I watched every superhero thing on planet Earth, but then I'm comparing superheroes from what I get in anime as well, and I watch a shit ton of anime.
So yeah, it's still superheroes.
But it's better. Like
superheroes.
I know it, but it's different than watching movies like live action.
I think what people are asking, are they tired of Marvel and DC? I think that's
probably it. You're probably right.
That's what people are asking.
That's what people are asking.
Tired of the big, over the top, glossy type of superhero.
I have a question. Are you tired of them? The big American brands.
I'm not. As long as they keep making good ones. Again, like I point back to the 3 that we just talked about. I know Ricardo feels there's only 2 of them. I thoroughly enjoyed those movies. The ones that I didn't, I thought they were bad movies.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Blue Beetle's gonna slap. It's gonna be good.
I think it is.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, from the trailers and everything, it looks good.
I feel like there's only 2.
What's that?
I feel like there's only 2 what?
You're breaking up, Rakai.
You're breaking up on us, Rikai.
Yeah, you're breaking up on us.
But yeah. And I haven't watched Secret Invasions yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode, and I was like,
You
that's
know.
what I'm like right now. They got it. It feels like the same slow start as Captain America.
Okay. What else? I mean, is Star Wars superhero stuff?
No,
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about this. All right.
that's
Have you
fan.
ever wanted
That-
a
that's
YouTube
Rakai.
coach, right? Like your own personal YouTube
Rakai,
coach.
you're
However,
What?
you got something on, Rakai. I don't know what you got on, but you got something on.
No, my whole system is like every time I look up, y'all are glitching. I'm trying to shut everything down on my computer, so it's
Okay.
acting.
Well, that should let us know we should probably go into yes. We should probably go into rest and come back up in like 10 minutes to talk about I Am Virgo.
Or
I'm
Clifford.
Virgo. No, let's call it right. I am a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
Clifford.
No, I am a Virgo.
I don't know what you're talking
And in respect, a black maid
about.
prophet.
Oh Lord, did you
Black
really go
maid
there?
production studio. And so
Lord.
show some respect. Stop being a Republican over here and getting the black names wrong.
Hey, I can't help it, man. It's Clifford. Call it what you want to. I'm gonna call it Clifford. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna call it Clifford.
With that being said, we'll be back in 10 minutes, you guys. We'll be back around 8:20. Stay tuned for us to our review on Bingeworthy of I Am Virgo. Shout out to Digital Click. Shout out to The Funk for curating our stories. And shout out to Rodney for managing us and hurting these cats. All right. Peace.
Peace.